Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty Sunday Announcement Time. This is kind of awkward since I will have no intro. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to have an intro. Let's see here. So just, the regular thing, sit back, relax, play yourself some jacks, and tune in because it's time. It's time. It's not time for Shifty Sunday, but it's time to make a major announcement. Let her rip, Mr. Guy. Thundercats are on the prowl. Thundercats are loose. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Shifty Sunday Announcement Time. I'm your host with the most that likes jelly beans and peanut butter on his toast, Hebro77, and welcome to it's not quite Shifty Sunday. It's the announcement show. We got one comment here. We got Mr. Go-Kart Bob. He says he's first, and I do believe he is correct. So, as you all heard the rumors, I am moving. Those rumors can be confirmed. I have been moving for the last couple days now, and it has just been exhausting. See, this is why you need to make friends. Okay, you make you some friends, you cool out with some people, then you've got people to help you move. Those are your real friends. They're the ones who like to hang out and play Nintendo Switch and this and that. Those aren't your real friends. The real friends are the ones who show up for moving day. Which again, if I had some friends, I would definitely be moving. I would have been moved by now. So all my good friends are dead, and sorry, I know that seems like a morbid way to start the show. Um, I'm gonna go back and rewind this and listen to myself actually say that because that sounds just awful. But it's the truth. All my good friends are dead and gone. The ones that I did have that I consider good friends, have moved on and moved away. There is a couple people that I went to high school with that are still around. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. They say, hey, let's hang out sometime. You're like, all right, cool, man, let's go do that. And a week goes by and you're like, you know what, man? I've got this and this and this and that to do. So anyway, getting down to the point, I have made arrangements with Saji McLadgy, and hopefully we can get Amazon line and on this as well. I will start Shifty Sunday at a new time at 7:30 as opposed to 8:30. And it'll be me and Saji. Hopefully, Saji will be able to jump in. We will kick things off. And then Sandy Diva and maybe Jeff, hopefully Jeff, will appear on much later. But it's cool. You guys know that me and Saji have good chemistry, and we can really we really know how to work a crowd. You know, we're kind of like Donald Trump and uh, damn, I almost said Pence there for a minute. uh, Vance, you know, Lance Vance. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be cool if that was his actual name, though. You know, Lance Vance. It would rhyme. It sounds almost like Lance Bass, which when we found out certain rumors of him to be true, we used to call him Lance Ass. No, but seriously, why am I drawing a blank right now? I know who he is. Beggar Vance? No, I'm just kidding. Um, you hear that? It's my stomach making churning noises. I had a couple sandwiches earlier. That was my dinner. Sandwich and chips. Doesn't that sound like a good combination? You know, you make a good turkey sandwich with some lettuce and mustard, about 4 slices of cheese, some bologna on it. I guess that's not a turkey sandwich if it's got bologna on it, but you do that, maybe put some hot sauce on there, you know. I don't do mayo. I had a phase where for a long, long time I was like, mayo, yuck. But and then when I started working at McDonald's, this was back in my, I guess, 20s. I learned from the first time, and I didn't know this, that tartar sauce is actually mayonnaise mixed with relish. So it's kind of like, well, then, you know, my manager at the time, who's a Cubs fan, was a Cubs fan. He's no longer with us. He was like, yeah, dude, if you mix mayonnaise and relish, you basically get tartar sauce. I'm like, what? And I used to actually make a batch of tartar sauce, but I would mix in a little bit of mix in horseradish. Horseradish is so good with certain things. Like you can make, I think you can make like shrimp cocktail sauce with horseradish and ketchup. So you know, there's a lot of people out there, they won't eat cold shrimp, and I get it. Like cold shrimp, any crustacean. It's funny they call them crustaceans. Yuck. Like I like seafood, dude. Don't put a bad stigma on it by calling it crustaceans. Assholes. Anyway. So yeah, I've been moving totally by myself. No help, although I've had a couple offers. I had an offer from someone, but I like to get things started early. So I'll get up early in the morning, like 5, 6 in the morning. Hey, there's Mr. Bone Breaking Action. Bone Breaking Action, where wrestling is real. There you go. There's a sound bite for you. But you ever pose in the mirror after you work out? Like right after you work out, your muscles are nice and big. And you're just like, ooh, yeah, that was a good workout. Look at my muscles. Oh, yeah. They're the muscles of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. You know, you get nice, big, and pumped, you know. But you know what though? I don't really watch the World Series unless my team's in it. If my team's not in it, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Especially if they get like shut out of the playoffs by a team and that team goes to the World Series. I will watch the World Series just to see that team get beat. And if they don't get beat, then I'm like, ooh, no, my team didn't get in the World Series. And the team that beat them won the World Series. Oh, no. You know, the Macho Man Randy Savage was a baseball pitcher. I think he was a minor league baseball pitcher. I said pitcher. What am I, Popeye now? Oh, well, skittily, shibberly timbers. Yes, sir. You are correct. We do need some Sadgie on the show. I mean, I think I do okay by myself. Kind of entertaining, but he is the cheese that holds up the turkey sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the turkey. But if you just got turkey on it, you might as well just eat turkey right out of a bag. You know what I mean? Just, it's not the same. You got to have a whole entire sandwich. And I guess Sandy and Jeff are the two slices of bread. So Amazon Lion, she was the lettuce and pickles. Okay. You can have a turkey sandwich without lettuce and pickles. And there's a lot of people that just plain old don't like pickles. There's people that don't like lettuce. But I think it's essential to have just a little bit of vegetables on your sandwich. You know, maybe some onion. Maybe Amazon Lion was the onion. The onion that gave the sandwich its flavor. That's what it is. But anyway, where in the hell was I going with that? I have no idea. That was right off the old Hebrew noggin, or in this case, the Jeremy Orr noggin. You know, I've tried to rearrange my show to where it seemed more professional. I tried with that. I did like 3 shows, I think. And honestly, this whole Jeremy Orr thing, it may be short-lived because I'm honestly thinking, you know what? I'm not as good as those other guys. I can't put myself up there with Matt Walsh and Joe Rogan and all those. They have fancy equipment. They have producers. They have camera people. They have light people. They have makeup people. And not to mention, they have major support from corporations. What have I got? I got a microphone and a wobbly computer desk and a laptop. That's my whole setup. I got a mouse. Ooh, I got a mouse. I got a squeaky wheel mouse. Listen. Oh, it's not doing it now. Of course it's not doing it now. But that's all I have. I have no fancy setup. But I don't know if Sadgie, I'll have to talk to him. I'm pretty sure if something happened to him, I'd hear from his daughter or something. You know, I asked him, I said, man, I hope you have a place to go when the shit hits the fan, because Milton ain't no joke. I mean, when you think about it, who made the board games? Milton Bradley, those two bozos. Think about the games that they made, like Monopoly, Battleship, Risk. I don't know. Did they make Mousetrap? I don't know, but those are some pretty sick, sadistic games when you think about it. Especially Monopoly. Monopoly's like you're a corporate mogul trying to steal or trying to buy up everyone's land. And then, like, you're sitting there making multi-million-dollar deals with the other players. Well, multi-$100 deals, I guess. With the other players, you kind of getting a little sneaky there. You kind of like, if you throw in Waterworks, I will give you 2 of my railroads. Well, that's not a very good deal. I mean, sure, they land on the railroads more often than waterworks or the electric company, but it really is an evil game when you think about it. And then you think about the memes that have been coming out here lately where corporate America is basically, and politicians also, are sitting around this giant monopoly board controlling all of the gas, the oil, the water, electric, the weather, maybe perhaps in some cases, allegedly. Um, and they're trying to blame global warming. Fuck that noise. Ain't no global warming. It's just regular weather patterns. If you think about 100 years ago, they said this is the worst hurricane they had in 100 years. Well, yeah, we had it 100 years ago. It's just all part of the pattern. It's just all recycling. Kind of like the tornadoes that we see go through. You can only go so long without seeing a tornado, and then finally you actually have to see a tornado or two. You know what I mean? So it's all just natural weather patterns. Like we went for a long time without snow, and then all of a sudden, 2 years in a row, almost 3 years in a row, got hit with snow almost all 3 consecutive years, and even Texas got snow. So it's just a pattern. It's just all a pattern. But getting back to what I was saying about Monopoly, we are the people, we are bent over with the Monopoly board on our backs, and corporate America is literally playing games with our life, with our lives. And that's the way it goes. You know, that's the whole what word am I looking for? Hold on, let me take a sip of tea. Oh, that's good. But that's the whole thing. To them, our lives are a game. They're playing games with us. And that's what people like Donald Trump and still can't think of his first name. Wait, is Vance his first name? What's his last name? Vance Fielding? No, I'm just kidding. For some reason, I keep wanting to call him Jeff Vance. Am I thinking of Waltz? Is his first name Vance? No, it can't be because that's the name that's on the. That's his last name. What the hell's his first name? I forget. I can't believe I'm forgetting. This is who I'm voting for, folks, for vice president. And I can't remember his damn first name. JD. Is it JD? Yeah, JD. JD Vance. I wonder what the JD stand for. James Dillard? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Noise Guru. Glad to see you can make it to the pre-show, my good friend, or I should say post-show. I guess Sandy Diva has a show tonight. In fact, has she started already? I'm trying not to step on her, but I'll be honest. Sometimes that's absolutely horrible, and it could go wrong at any second. So let's see what we got here, man. We've got his name's Michael Vance. That'd be funny. But yeah, we got bone breaking action where wrestling is real. Gotta go, Cart Bob screeching. Saji does that better. I got a very screechy voice right now because of my Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation. I like how I called it impersonation instead of impression. Isn't that funny? Noise Guru just sitting there chilling. Speaking of chilling, since I've been moving, I found. Oh, she's starting an hour. Wow, dude. She starts late. Well, she knew I was going live. I guess she didn't want to step on me, but she has a lot of research and crap to do. Like, not research, but putting together the show, you know. My show's more laid back. I show clips of like my own stuff a lot of times. And sometimes, every once in a while, like right now, I read comic books to you guys. Ugh. This thing's heavy. This is like a great big book. He-Man and the Masters Universe mini comic collection. So, I wish I had the record of this. Remember when they had the little 45s of He-Man, Masters Universe, and Dumbo and Pinocchio, and I think I had the Gremlins, of course. E.T., yeah, I remember E.T. also. I think my cousin might have had that one. But man, they make He-Man's muscles look so bulgy in this. We got still action figures, guys. So the first comic book was called, what was it? He-Man and the Power Sword. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. A mighty figure stood at the edge of the jungle that had, until this day, always been his home. He-Man, the tribe's greatest warrior, waved his farewell. He might have preferred to stay, but he had a noble mission to accomplish. Evil forces exist on our planet Eternia, He-Man told his people. They seek to control the legendary Castle Grayskull, a place of wonders. If we are to know a lasting peace, I must go out and battle those forces. Farewell. The outside world had long been a mystery to He-Man's tribe. He's got a whole tribe? Well, that's kind of cool. Although they had heard the fantastic tales of the mysterious Castle Grayskull, He-Man was the first of his people to trudge these craggy cliffs and quake-torn valleys. His homeland was already in the distant mist when he heard the cry for help. Gazing into the valley, He-Man saw that his courage and jungle-bred strength were already needed. So I guess He-Man is like a cross between Tarzan and Conan the Barbarian, I guess. Interesting. I didn't realize he had a whole tribe. See, this in the comic books, there was no Prince Adam. And the sorceress was different. And there was only He-Man. Okay, so I don't think it was until the cartoon, which came after the comics, of course, where we got like King Randor and Queen Marlena and Prince Adam and a Cringer kind of thing of it. I don't think there was a Cringer. It was just Battle Cat. It was just Battle Cat. And, we're into a different story where Skeletor comes from a different dimension, like where there's a bunch of Skeletors, and he had a family. And of course, the newer version was that Keldor was King Randor's half brother or whatever, and then some acid splashed on him and he turned into Skeletor. But back in the beginning, Skeletor was a race of people that had come from another dimension. I really wish we would have got that storyline instead of the storyline we got where it was like Skeletor was Keldor and then he became Skeletor. And then we also got I think it was it Triclops? No, it wasn't Triclops. It was what's his name? Trapjaw. Trapjaw was Kronos, and he was from a different dimension. But I think that was the story that we've got the entire time. I don't think that was one, except like in the Filmation cartoon, like they don't really talk about um, the lore. They dive into it a little bit when they talk about Tila's quest. There's Tila's quest. There's the origin of the sorceress, and it shows how she became the sorceress and the guardian of Castle Grayskull. And then there was the ghost of Castle Grayskull. There was the origin story, the two swords was in that. It was within that same story. And then we got a little bit background on Queen Marlena, that she came from planet Earth and she was an astronaut. Um, some interesting stuff was in Filmation. But the main canon series that a lot of people go by is the mini comics. That's where the original stories came from, and so forth. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish this comic book because it's a very cool comic book. I wish I could show you the illustrations, but I can't, not with my camera on. It was always a full-length movie from the 70s. What are you talking about? Show me sometime. Shoot Sandy an email. She'll give the email to me. Because that's interesting. That's interesting. I'd like to see that. Oh, the movie It. The movie It. Yeah. Okay. I was like, because I'm standing here. Well, not standing here. I'm sitting here talking about He-Man, and then you bring up It, and I'm like, oh, you talking about It? Okay. No, I know. I mean, of course, at first you had the book, which was god awful long. I'm sorry, but this is a damn long book. I mean, they could have probably got 3 movies out of that, maybe 4. That could have been like another like Lord of the Rings type of situation. But yeah, there was of course the book, and then there was the '90s TV series It. But I didn't know anything about full-length movie from the '70s. That's kind of cool. When did he come up with that book? What was, I gotta look that up because that's the '70s. Now I seen the 1990 miniseries. Do you remember the '90 miniseries where I think it was like who's the judge? Harry Anderson was one of the adults, and then you had John Ritter and the black guy. I can't think of what the black guy's name is, and I'm sorry, I don't mean it like like that or anything. I can't think of the actor. Was that oh yeah, it was not Johnny Fever. Oh, what the hell? Trapper, no. Venus Flytrap was the actor who played the black guy on the adult version anyway. And then you had John Ritter. He played the chubby kid, the adult version. And I'm trying to think Stan, what was his name? Stanley, the one that offed himself. I forget what actor portrayed him in the '90s television series. So let me think. Oh man, John Ritter. Okay, so it was John Ritter. It was Harry Anderson, Venus Flytrap. I can't think of the actor's name. And then there's a couple actors in there that I know that are well-known actors, but I can't really think of their names right now. And the kids, actually, the kids, I think Seth Green played one of the kids. You know, Seth Green and uh, the part that he played, the what part was that? He was Richie. He played Richie in the '90s miniseries. He played Richie, and it's funny because Seth Green, his sense of humor, when you look at the new It movies, and you look at what's his name, the kid from Stranger Things and Ghostbusters, um, you look at that guy, and they kind of have the same sort of nerdiness, but the '90s movie was based off of the kids. I think when they were kids, that it was in the '50s, the 1950s. The newer movies, the kids are from the 1980s. So it's crazy. It was always a full length. You know, that might be a Mandela effect because, or not necessarily a Mandela effect, but sort of one of those, um, what do they call it? Parallel universe effect. But I'm trying to, I haven't Googled it yet, but does anybody, if you can tell me, does anybody know when the book came out? Because I could tell you, that's kind of weird. Hey, did you know, what was it? I think Stephen King, I think Stephen King, I think the only movie he actually, there might have been two of them. There was Duel. Do you remember Duel? That was a good one. And then I think he got involved in the was it The Shining? Not Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, the mainstream one, but the one, there was, I believe, a TV series movie, The Shining, that Stephen King actually directed. So there was two movies that I think he actually had involvement with, and that was The Shining TV series, and then there was Duel. No, not Duel. I'm sorry, not Duel. What in the hell am I thinking of with the semi trucks? Duel was a good movie, by the way, but that was Steven Spielberg. Um, did Stephen King write Duel? That seems like right up his alley. Like he would do something like that. But no, the guy who it was Steven Spielberg who directed Duel and stuff, because that was how he got involved in Jaws, because Jaws is essentially the semi truck, and of course the guy driving is essentially like the Sheriff Brody character. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here. I was talking about He-Man and Maximum Overdrive. That's it. Thank you, Ken Raz. I appreciate that, buddy. Um, Dude, Where's My Car? I like that movie. I liked it, when it came out. But it's like any other like gross comedy movie that comes out, really. You watch them at the time, and at the time they're funny, and then like you watch them and watch them, and it's like, what's next? You kind of move on for that sort of thing. But man, I'm squeezing the something. Anyway, Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but it's hard for me to do, even though there's not that many of them. So I'm trying to read your comments. I really am. Let me scroll up a little bit. I've seen that scene all the way through. Where is it? They cut down the middle. Okay, let me see this. Okay. I'm trying to see, changed a few months ago. Leprechauns. Magical Legend of Leprechauns. I've never heard of that. I actually never heard of that, period. Let alone it being a movie, so I'm not really familiar with that. Okay, so recently they cut it down the middle. Cut movies down the middle. Are you talking about making them 2-parters or 3-parters or whatever? I that to me is more like a TV thing. If they have a TV miniseries, like the remember there was miniseries. They had like miniseries, like Jesus of Nazareth was one of my favorites, where it was actually I think it was like a 6-part series, and what do they call that? That wasn't a miniseries. Okay, so you have your miniseries, and you have your what's it called? The other kind of series that's longer. Like you had Roots, like you had Jesus Nazareth, you had Roots. That was a what you call it series. Movies like that are just strictly made for television. Like I could see those being cut down the middle. Now, it was cut down the middle because if they didn't cut it down the middle, it would have been too ass long. Like, I'm not talking about the 90s version, but the more recent version. I think originally they did plan to make it the first one a 3-hour movie. But then they're like, nah, man, we'll just stop at 2:56. No, but seriously, 3D. I don't have a 3D printed Castle Grayskull, my friend. I've got the real deal. You know what I wish I had, though? Well, not the real deal. Like, I don't actually live in a castle. I wish that'd be kind of cool. Save on electric bills. But really, though, you know what I wish I had? I saw this on what's it called? Esty. Saw it on Esty where they had the. Is it Esty or Esty? I don't know. Anyway, they had this the attorney and the Eternos Palace. And it's the throne room. It's got Man-at-Arms laboratory in it. It's got like Orko's bedroom. And I think it even has like a little dungeon, like they had on the show, It basically looks like it did in the Filmation show. Damn cricket. Why are you jumping against the door? This cricket is so weird. He's jumping against the door. I think he's stoned. I don't know. Maybe I dropped something. Oh my God, look at him go. I wish you guys could see this cricket. Here, let me see if I can turn my camera on. Let me get the water out of the way here. He is got ADHD or something. I don't know. Here, let me turn my camera on. Okay, here's my camera. All right, let's speak of the He-Man. See if we can focus in on that cricket. He's right. Where the hell is he? Well, there's my dresser. I'm not far enough over. That's right. Bring the cords. Shoot. Right there. Do you guys see him? Now watch. Oh, shit. Sorry. Watch, he'll do his jump. Go ahead, buddy. Where'd you go? Oh, he's gone. I think he finally got over that crack, whatever it was. I don't know. That was weird. Anyway. Of course, as soon as I want to show you guys, he ran away. So weird. Anyway, yeah, my place has been full of crickets. Mostly they've been dead. I don't know why these places attract crickets. It's so weird. I would rather have crickets in my house than cockroaches. Yuck. Gross. Now, I don't know what kind of diseases crickets carry. They may also carry diseases. I don't know, but I would just rather have those in my house than cockroaches. They just seem cleaner. I don't know how to explain it. They're probably not though. They're probably filthy little nasty creatures. But the good thing is, if you know how to catch them, you can. If you know how to catch them, you can sell them for fishing bait, I guess. I don't know. The game wardens that I'm seeing now on these YouTube channels, they are really strict. And I didn't realize that game wardens actually had the authority to arrest you. Like, how stupid is that? These guys are all about animal control. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't have the power that they have, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's some good tea. Yeah, they do make a cool sound, man. I hear them every time I do badly at a joke. Speaking of jokes, okay, I think I do have one for you. I told it to some people on Facebook, but let's give it a shot. I got a few dad jokes. Let's see here. What was one? It's kind of dirty, but I said it here recently, I think on Facebook. Let's see. Why can't blind guys have orgasms? Because they can never see it coming. Okay, that was horrible. That was one of the dirtiest. That was horrible. What did the here's another kind of dirty one. What did the golfer say when he was with his girlfriend and couldn't get it up? And then she refused, like she walked away from him. He's like, "Can I have a mogul? Is it mogul? What's that called?" I screwed that joke up because I said I think I said the term wrong. Hey, I don't know golf. I only know Wii golf. Wii golf is fun. I don't care what anybody says. I like Wii golf. I love it. I've been on a Wii golf kick here lately. And mulligan, yes. So did I say it right? I said mogul. Mogul. A mogul is a guy who owns like a corporation, like a television corporation. That's so funny. Yeah, mulligan. I would like a mulligan, please. But yeah, I said I had a ton of dad jokes, but there was really only the one. What's with the BBC interview? You see, I can't really play BBC or I play the clip because we've done the BBC on the show before, and I got hit with a copyright strike, even though I thought it was fair use because we gave the show credit. We were doing commentary on the video. I thought that counted as fair use. Apparently not. But anyway, wait a minute. What was the other thing? It's like something about how to keep your woman calm, like just tell her to calm down. There was a video, it was YouTube Shorts, I think, and he was purposely giving bad advice. Like you tell him to calm down, you tell him, oh, you're on your period, you tell him, like, when they ask you, hey, could you take out the garbage? You're like, why? You were the last one to put trash in it. He was given like really, really bad advice. You know what I mean? But it was funny. It's funny. And then what you do is you show that clip, and then you show a clip, R.I.P., and then put the name of the person underneath R.I.P. and play the "In the Arms of the Angels." You know. Yeah, I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't dance. The only thing about me is the way I wear my pants. They never fit me. They're always falling down. I gotta pull them up or I look like a clown. You know, you remember that song, right? I don't mean that song. I mean the song that I was parodying. I Can't Dance, Phil Collins, you know? I think when it was still Genesis. I think it was Phil Collins in Genesis. Like at one time, he started out with Genesis, and then it was just Phil Collins, and then it was Phil Collins in Genesis. Oh, the duck hunt joke. Dude, that was so funny. Let me show that clip. You know what? Let's do that. Let's show that one. That is so funny. Oh, what am I doing? I've got Messenger on the app, so I can just, yeah. Let's show that clip real quick. It's not a clip. It's more like a meme. I keep forgetting I got to exit to get to the app. There we go. Don't worry. I don't think my computer's going to freeze up tonight like it did the other night. I don't know what the hell happened there. It was going so crazy, wasn't it? Okay, we need to get to your stuff. By the way, if you want to send me stuff, and you add me on Facebook, that's the best way to send it instead of my email, because my email, the storage space is too much, and apparently I'm out of storage space, so I can't really, I can't really do the thing. Well, my computer is being slow. Because of course it is, because I'm live. Okay, well, let me get back over to Messenger and try this again. There we go. Okay. Well, apparently it was coming up. Well, see, I'm not signed into Twitter, or X, I should say. So that's where it came from, the clip, I think. So now it's taking its time. Don't miss what's happening. Sign up. It's not going to show the clip. You mean I got to sign in? I'm not signing in. Just play the damn clip. Something went wrong. Of course it did. There it is right there. We mean something went wrong. And this is so accurate to this dude. I could totally see him doing this. Let me go ahead. Let's see. It doesn't have sound, so that's kind of good. All right, let me get the share screen up and let's present this bad boy. Let's share screen. I can't sing. I can't dance. The only thing about me is the way I wear my pants. What do you guys think of that one? Would you like to see that one go viral? uh, wow, this is all kinds of messed up. I can't even. Oh, here we go. Hide. I got to go back in here and go to settings. Because I like to show the whole screen. You know what I mean? Even though it's a short clip. It's such a short clip. But I'd like to show. Whoops. Where am I? I like to show the whole screen. Like for real, dude. Wow, my voice is changing. Getting cold outside. Anyway, here we go.
It's not quite right. I didn't get it back.
Oh, that's funny.
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This is a Beretta A400. I bought it when I was shooting a lot of trout because it has a. Not quite right. I didn't get it back.
So is that Tim Waltz? That's who I'm thinking. Is that who it really is? Is it really him? Because that is hilarious. That is hilarious. And she would be cackling, by the way. So good job, Eddie Von Keen. Thanks for sending me that clip. I got to give credit where credit is due. Edward Von Keen. He sent that clip. Nothing shifty. No, not tonight. Well, the only thing shifty is my brain because so much has been going on, as I mentioned, top of the show, and you probably missed it. I have not had time to do much of anything. Yeah, Tampon Watts. Hey, we got oh shit. I didn't even recognize it's Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, my dude? So yeah, thanks for popping in for a minute. So yeah, I'm just doing this until Sandy goes live, and then once you guys go live, I'll hop right off of here. I'm not trying to step on anybody. So you know how that goes. I try not to. You know what? Let me refresh it up real fast. Let me get another glass of tea. Probably my last glass of tea because I'll probably have to brew some more. I'll be right back. Oh, my back. Hey, there's that cricket. Be right back, you guys. Sorry about this, but it's very necessary. Very necessary. Okay, hey, I'm back, and I got my He-Man book on the floor because I was reading to you guys. I don't need to read to you guys. That's silly. Don't do that. Don't do that, Hebrew. That's weird. The movie It being full. Yeah, ask Jeff. He might remember that. Hey, we got pushing buttons in here. You did just get here. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, hey, either way, it's good to see you. I'm not going to be too much longer, but I do want to read. Let's see. You know what? It doesn't matter now because it's too far gone. You guys, somebody brought me off of the whole reading thing. I'm kind of glad they did because that would have been kind of boring. If you're not a He-Man fan, you're not going to be into it. You're not going to be enjoying it. So, just saying. Yeah, she's talking about, okay, so let me ask the audience. Let me just go ahead and ask everybody. Jackie says she remembers the It movie from the 70s like it was a full-length movie. And I just remember the one from the 90s as a TV miniseries. And of course, the newer ones. The newer ones from, what was it, 2019 and 2022 or 23? No, 22. How long has it been since that second movie? It's been longer than that, hasn't it? It's been about 3 years. Wow. Where in the hell does the time go? There was a Netflix original movie too? Wow. Well, could be. I know I don't remember it being a full movie from the 70s. I remember the 90s very clearly because I watched that movie so many times. With Tim Curry as it, which was, he did a really good job for what they gave him. Like, he kind of looked like an evil version of Bozo the Clown. Like, he wasn't quite monster scary, but the way he played that role, though, I remember watching that shit when I think I was in the 90s. I might have been out of high school. No, I think I was still in high school. What year did that 90s miniseries come out? Because I'm thinking I was in high school when that came out. But anyway, Tim Curry was put on a very good performance. I mean, like I said, he didn't really look scary. Like, the makeup was basically Bozo the Clown on steroids. But his performance, though, he killed it. He killed it. He killed it. He killed it. I mean, he didn't kill it, the movie It, but he. In fact, I remember when the newer movies came out, I was like, "Oh God, who's playing Pennywise?" I remember calling it a reboot. But actually, since the first one was a TV miniseries, and I talked about this before, there's a lot of differences. Like, the kids and the first one, they're from the 1950s, and the new movies, they're from the 1980s. The adults, oh God, the adults are so hilarious. Like, the second movie, I'm talking, not the original, but in the second one, when they did that scene with the weird creatures and their seafood and whatever, that was great. I love that. The Chinese food, I guess it was. Yeah. The Chinese food turned into like these gross creatures. I loved it. It was great. And I love Bill Hader. Bill Hader's funny. Bill Hader is just a great comedian. Like, when he was on Saturday Night Live, he did all those bits, and then he did what's his name, the gay guy. I can't think of it right now, but he was so good, so funny. Like, I would put Bill Hader right up there with not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon. I used to like Jimmy a long time ago, and then he became political, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You can do whatever. I don't care. But I still like to listen. I still like when he does the music parodies, but they're not parodies. He'll do like the exact song, but just in a different way. Like, we'll hear recently, what was it? Not recently, but a few years ago, he did a song with was it him? and somebody else. I forget who it was. Was it Paul Rudd? I think it was Paul Rudd. Him and Paul Rudd did a what do you call it? Not a reboot, but a recreation of what was it? I've got too much time on my hands. That's what it was. There was that one, and then there was the one. Yeah, Stefan. His character Stefan. I like that guy. He was funny. He was funny. He was funny. I don't know how to explain it. I got too much time on my hands. They did that one, and then they did also. I'll get over you. I know I will. 'Cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. So yeah, those I really like that. Those are pretty cool. So movies are full length and not cut in half. Well, anyways, yeah. What was I getting ready? I was comparing the It movies because, like, the one that I remember from the '90s, you also had a lot of good actors. You had, which I've already mentioned. I mentioned it earlier. The guy that played Venus Flytrap. You had John Ritter. You had what was it? Harry Anderson, Tim Curry. I mean, you had really good actors, and then the child actors for that miniseries. I think one of them might have been Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Or no, wait, no. I'm thinking of Stand By Me. But that would have been cool if it was Will Wheaton. Seth Green was one of them. That was the one from the '90s. He played Richie. But anyway, yeah, some good movies, a good book. If you don't know, the newer ones kind of follow the book a little bit more. But yeah, I have been yapping for an hour just to tell you guys that Shifty Sunday's not going to be on tonight. And also, Shifty Sunday starting next week. And I promise, dude, just hang in there. I promise next week, hopefully by next week, I'll be fully moved into my new place and it won't be as chaotic. And hopefully I'll have internet by that time. So if I'm not still moving by that time and I have internet and everything goes well, I will do Shifty Sunday. It will be 7:30. And I'm going to check in on Saji and see if he's all right from the storms because I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. And if he is, we will have Shifty Sunday this Sunday. I mean, next Sunday. It is this Sunday. Well, I guess it's about it's almost midnight where a lot of you guys are at, but it's 10:30, 9. It's past my bedtime, actually. I don't usually stay up this late, but Sandy's going to be on. So make sure you guys watch that. I enjoyed having this broadcast. I enjoyed your comments. Jackie, thanks for bringing up, the It thing. That was awesome. That's something we'll have to talk about next week on Shifty Sunday. You found the video of Saji going home? Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see what this is. Okay, yeah, let's. All right. Well, that thing's got 81 million views. That's pretty cool. Let's see. All right. Let me get down here where I can pause it. Oh my gosh. Edward, you're not even right, dude. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's get on it. Oh, man. Okay. Hopefully I'm sharing. Do we need sound? We don't really need sound, but I'll put sound. Okay, we don't need sound. Not going to be able to understand what they're saying anyway. Let me refresh this page. Okay, so yeah, this is go-kart. Edward says this is Saggy going home. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Look at all that water. Well, he lives in one of those things, so he's already home. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey, those guys live in a van down by the river. And now Saggy probably has a river in his backyard. No, just kidding. But anyway, with that being said, hey, look, there's been 8 of you. That's 8 solid the whole night. Go over and check out Sandy Diva. She has a broadcast. And it's been fun hanging out with you folks. I will see you on Sunday, hopefully, if everything goes well, like I mentioned earlier. I'd like to thank Pushing Button 62, Edward Von Keen, for providing material, and Jackie for providing material in a way, too. Bone Breaking Action, who was here earlier. Go-Kart Bob, who was here earlier. And, of course, Jeff. Jeff stopped in and said hello. I appreciate that. So we'll see all you guys real soon. Have a good one. And good night, everyone. And by request, and by the way, man, I love all you guys. Good night, everybody. Sorry about that. Little delay there. Good night, everybody.
Well, that's the end of the show. I'd like to thank everybody for kindly watching, stopping by. Please do give us a like if you like this live stream. And we'll see all of you next time. For Hebrew77, this has been Jeff Zanzibar, Sandy Diva, and Amazon Line, along with me,
and
Little
of course,
Hebrew77, saying, we'll see all of you next Sunday. Shifty Sunday, that is. Good night, everyone. Do.
I'm a big boy. Tommy, no. What? Why? Oh. Well, look, he's okay. Tommy, what the...